Today is the start of the CIRSE 2024 in Lisbon. I'm looking very much forward to 5 days of education, entertainment, and a lot of things to discuss. Today we start with the opening ceremony, which is a highlight of every CIRSE Congress. And I'm very happy and proud to present what we achieved with the vision of clinical services in IR. Also, there's a featured speaker. It's Patrick Fischer. He's the head coach of the Swiss ice hockey national team, and he will tell us how to embrace the moment. And last but not least, we have awardees. I want to especially mention the highest award we give away. It's the gold medal, which will be received by Francisco Carnevale from Brazil.
During the next 5 days, you will have the chance to see many interesting sessions and topics with record numbers regarding poster, oral presentations, hands-on courses, simulation training, and we have the largest number of sessions and lectures we ever had before.
The session today is dedicated to congenital portoischemic shunt that are rare malformation, very poorly known. But we know since the last decade that interventional radiology is very important in their management. My lecture will be dedicated to selected cases to illustrate tips and tricks to treat those patients, but also to illustrate issues in the treatment, for example, portal hypertension or neonatal cases. And I'm looking forward to have questions from the audience and to be able to share our experience with the public.
In today's session on the topic of interventional radiology going green, the audience will become familiar with the environmental impact of the practice of interventional radiology, the problems associated with it, and the latest achievements in the process of making interventional radiology a more sustainable subspecialty. I will focus in particular on what we as interventional radiologists can do in our everyday practice to become more sustainable, and what will CIRSE as a society and how will it help us to becoming a green specialty.
So in the session we are going to learn the indications and the management of the distal recanalization, especially below the ankle. My talk will be focused on the tips and tricks to break the calcium barrier and to entry in the ultradistal calcified vessels. People may be surprised because there are some different techniques that we are not using in other zones of parts of the body. So it's very interesting because it's like a very specific technique for just one kind of access.
On today's session, we will discuss current trends regarding treatment of acute ischemic stroke. Where do we stand today? I will focus on the treatment of distal vessel occlusion with stent retrievers, which is a very challenging, a very tricky treatment, I would say, because you have to do with very small and very delicate vessels. So we will focus on the indications, contraindications. We will see potential pitfalls and dangers from this therapy, and I will give you some tips and tricks how to avoid complications, and I think it will be a very fruitful conversation for each one of us.